Okay, we got latest breaking news coming in, and it's not a shocker like we got yesterday with Ravichandran Ashwin's retirement. This one is absolutely on the expected lines. This is something that we had been reporting on Sports Today for the last month or so about the Champions Trophy. Of course, there was a lot of discussion, different points of view. Eventually, about a couple of weeks ago, it was established that the Champions Trophy will be in hybrid model. That is the 2025 Champions Trophy, where matches, all the other matches barring India would be in Pakistan. India matches in a hybrid scenario that will be played in Dubai. That is what was being reported, what we had also reported. Now the breaking news is it's officially being confirmed by the ICC, exactly what we had been reporting for the last couple of weeks. So hybrid model for the Champions Trophy 2025. Pakistan, remember, when the discussion started about a month ago, said nothing doing, we're not going to be playing hybrid model. We will take injury but no insult, but eventually they've had to succumb to it and have agreed to a hybrid model Champions Trophy. That is confirmed. The other thing also which we had been reporting, that what is going to happen in a quid pro quo sort of a scenario where Pakistan has then said, okay, fine, you're not coming here, so we will also not be coming for India for the next two upcoming ICC tournaments. There is a Women's World Cup as well as the T20 World Cup. The Women's World Cup is in 2025, which will be hosted entirely in India.
Yes.
So the Pakistan matches will be outside that. And then there's the Men's T20 World Cup in 2026 that is hosted by India and Sri Lanka, in which case Pakistan will obviously play all their matches in Sri Lanka.
I mean, see, they had to ensure that they did not suffer any kind of financial loss, because they were faced with two things. Move the tournament entirely out of Pakistan in case they stuck to the thing that no, we will not accept the hybrid model, or second, the tournament was getting cancelled if that is the case. Now they have finally seen the writing on the wall. Yes, the Champions Trophy will be held in hybrid, and as Nikhil pointed out, 2026 you're not going to see that many issues, because Pakistan's games will mostly be held in Sri Lanka only. India's games will be held in India, most of them. In case if there is a knockout thing, then I think the ICC will figure it out where the final will be held, if it's India-Pakistan final. Similarly, 2025, the Women's World Cup, as well as the 2029 Champions Trophy, which India is expected, I think the hybrid model has been accepted. It is an okay deal. I mean, Pakistan will still be hurting, but at least financially they are not that hurt by it.
Yeah. I think, see, India got exactly what they wanted. India's concern wasn't so much whether Pakistan plays here or not. India's primary concern was that we don't want to send our team to Pakistan, and Pakistan was hell-bent on saying, no, you'll have to. Eventually, they've taken those steps back and agreed to the fact that, okay, you can have it in the hybrid model. In return, because remember, Mohsin Naqvi is also the internal minister of Pakistan, so like our home minister. So he had to, go back and because he had been very gung-ho about no way that they're going to agree to hybrid model. But once he saw the writing on the wall and we sat on the table, realized that they will have to accept hybrid model or face a lot of losses. I think he would have asked that I need to go back with something, that if I'm agreeing to hybrid model, I need to go back with some sort of a deal to show at least people back home that while I have taken 5 steps back, at least I've got something, at least one little bit. And I think on that front, BCCI pretty happily agreed that it's okay, because I don't think BCCI has ever been harping about the fact that you must play all your matches here.
Yep.
If, as I said, if Pakistan can play their matches in neutral venue, if that is the only way that you can avoid sending an Indian team to Pakistan, I think BCCI has taken that. The other thing that I need to mention is that there is no extra compensation, because earlier that extra compensation was offered to PCB if they agree to the hybrid model, but because they wanted something in return, in this case not traveling to India, so that extra compensation hasn't been given to them. They will only get that $75 million hosting right fee, not more that they had been offered, but in return they have been given another ICC Women's T20 World Cup that will take place in 2028. So that's one thing that they have offered him. Offer them.
So, looking at the current situation, we knew that in 2026 there won't be much of a problem, because going by ICC events, Sri Lanka were going to host all the Pakistan games that is there. India, on the other hand, you could say that it is kind of a victory for them in more ways than one, because they were insistent, we will not go to Pakistan. Looking at the current situation in Pakistan, it was impossible for them to go. So, looking at the entire thing, it's a victory for India in more ways than one. But then there are a lot of other issues also. Especially when you look at the Champions Trophy. Look at the date in which this has come. December 19th. Exactly 2 months to go for the Champions Trophy. Exactly 2 months. Now they will be scrambling against time to ensure that all is done. The logistics and everything. 61 days exactly to go for the Champions Trophy start.
Yeah, just to sum up, 4 big things you need to know about this bit of news that is just breaking. Firstly, the 2025 Champions Trophy is hybrid model. Yeah. India's matches will be played in Dubai. That's the first bit. Second, no extra compensation to Pakistan. So that is something that they'd asked for. But because now they are, getting something else in return, no extra compensation. Thirdly, in return, the 2 tournaments that are supposed to happen in India, 2025 Women's World Cup as well as 2026 Men's T20 World Cup. In those 2 tournaments, Pakistan will not play their matches in India. The Women's World Cup, of course, as you know, only India are hosts, so they will provide a different venue for the Pakistan women's team to play outside of India. And in the T20 World Cup, anyway, Sri Lanka are the co-hosts, so Pakistan matches will happen there. And the 4th point is that Pakistan have now been given, because they've not gotten extra compensation, they've been given an extra ICC event. That's the Women's T20 World Cup to take place in 2028. In that as well, the hybrid model will apply, which means Indian women's team will not travel to Pakistan and play their matches there. They'll play their matches outside of Pakistan.
Exactly. Now it is the race against time now. 2 months only to go, and logistics have to be figured out. All the marketing, the promos, broadcasters, they are wanting to ensure that they get the maximum benefit out of it, because that 90-day period which happened, the broadcasters will be asking answers from the ICC. Like, we are going to now suffer a loss because we have not had adequate time to market the tournament. Now there is a bit of a clarity. Pakistan, yes, most of the 8 teams will play in their respective venues that's there. India, Dubai is the only venue. So we're going to see multiple hosts for the next 3 years. I mean, whether you lose by design or by some other thing, one singular host is not meant to be when it comes to India, Pakistan. The last, if we look at it, 2023. No one else has come. 2022 also only Australia hosted it. But apart from that, this hybrid model fiasco has gone on for way too long, and I'm glad that somewhere, with just 2 months to go, it has come to an end at this point.
You let us know, what do you think of this final solution that has been brought upon by the deadlock between India and Pakistan, and this is what ICC has finally come up with. Let us know in the comments section. Give us a like if you enjoy our content. Share it with your other sport loving friends so that they can be up to date as well. And yes, as always, don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today. Bye bye.